You hear it first, a low rumble, a distant thunder. It is a sound that vibrates deep in your chest. It calls to you. This is how Zambia first spoke to me, not in words, but in the powerful voice of water. Victoria Falls was still unseen, hidden by trees, hidden by the curve of the earth, but its presence was enormous. It filled the air with a feeling of something ancient, something wild, something incredibly alive. I walked slowly, my heart beat a little faster with each step I took. The path was green, so very green. Lush plants grew everywhere, the air was thick with moisture, tiny droplets kissed my skin. It was like walking into a giant natural greenhouse. The smell of damp earth and fresh leaves filled my nose. It was a clean smell, a pure smell. It promised something amazing just ahead. I could feel the ground begin to tremble slightly. The rumble grew louder. It was no longer distant, it was here, all around me. A symphony of nature's power. Then I saw the mist, or rather the smoke. That is what the local people call it, Mosi Oatunya, the smoke that thunders. It rises high into the sky, like a constant gentle cloud. And then, there it was. Victoria Falls, in all its glory. It stretched for more than a kilometer, a wide, breathtaking curtain of falling water, the Zambezi River, calm and wide upstream. Suddenly it dropped. It fell into a narrow chasm. The water crashed down with incredible force. It was not just one waterfall, it was many, dozens of individual streams of water, all merging into one immense spectacle. The sheer scale of it took my breath away. I just stood there, speechless, watching. The local name, Mosi Oatunya, felt so perfect. The smoke that thunders. The smoke is the spray. It rises hundreds of meters into the air. It can be seen from miles away. This constant plume of mist is what gives the falls its mystical quality. It shrouds the area in a perpetual light rain. So you get wet, very wet, but it is a joyful kind of wetness, a baptism by nature. The thunder is the sound. It is a constant deep roar, a sound that you feel in your bones. It is the earth speaking. I walked along the paths, opposite the falling water. Each viewpoint offered a new perspective, a different angle of this magnificent wonder. Sometimes the mist was so thick, I could barely see the bottom of the gorge. Other times the sun would break through. Victoria Falls is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. It is easy to understand why. It is not the highest waterfall, nor is it the widest, but it is the largest. It creates the largest single sheet of falling water anywhere on our planet. Think about that. A curtain of water, over 1.7 kilometers wide, dropping over 100 meters down. The sheer volume of water is astounding, especially during the wet season. It is a sight that truly boggles the mind. A true giant of nature. The title Natural Wonder means something special. It means this place is unique, irreplaceable. It inspires awe. It reminds us of the planet's incredible power and beauty. Victoria Falls does all of this, and more. It is a place where you can feel the raw energy of the earth, the constant roar, the trembling ground, the drenching mist. These are not just physical sensations, they are emotional too. They stir something deep inside you, a sense of wonder, a sense of respect for the natural world. Geologists tell us how it was formed. The Zambezi River flows over a flat basalt plateau. This rock has many large cracks, fault lines running east to west. As the river eroded the softer rock, it began to fall into these cracks. Zambia is so much more than Victoria Falls. The falls are a magnificent gateway, but the true heart of Zambia lies in its people, and in its vibrant culture. After the awe of Mosi Oatunya, I wanted to see more. I wanted to understand the country, the people who call this beautiful land home. I found a warmth that was as powerful as the falls themselves, a gentle, welcoming spirit. It touched me deeply. From the bustling markets to the quiet villages, smiles were everywhere. The culture of Zambia is rich and diverse. There are over 70 different ethnic groups, each with its own traditions, its own languages, its own unique way of life. Yet there is a strong sense of national identity, a shared Zambian spirit. Music and dance are very important. They are part of everyday life, part of celebrations, part of storytelling. I heard drumming in the distance sometimes, rhythmic and joyful. It seemed to echo the heartbeat of the land itself, a vibrant, living culture. Hospitality is a cornerstone of Zambian culture. Section 5. A village opens its heart. My first steps in. I had the chance to visit a small village not far from the town of Livingston. This was what I truly longed for, to see how people lived, away from the hotels and tourist shops. The journey itself was an adventure, a dusty road, bumpy and uneven, but the scenery was beautiful. Acacia trees dotted the landscape, small homesteads passed by, children waved as our car went past, their smiles were bright, unforgettable. I felt a sense of peace settle over me, a feeling of going somewhere real. When we arrived, the village was quiet, peaceful. Round huts with thatched roofs stood in a clearing. Chickens scratched in the dust, a few goats wandered nearby. It was simple, uncluttered. There was a sense of harmony with nature. An elder of the village greeted us, his face was kind, lined with the wisdom of many years. He welcomed us with a soft voice and a warm handshake. He invited us to sit, to share some time with them. I felt instantly at ease. There was no pretense here, just genuine openness. We sat on woven mats under a large tree. The shade was a welcome relief from the hot sun. Women were busy with their daily tasks. Some were grinding maize, others were tending to small children. They smiled shyly at us, but their eyes were curious, friendly. The children, at first hesitant, soon gathered around, their faces bright with excitement. They wanted to see the visitors, to touch my hand, to hear my voice. Their laughter was infectious, pure joy in its simplest form. It was a beautiful sound. Section 6: Daily Bread, Daily Smiles, the Fabric of Village Life. Life in the village moved at a different pace, governed by the sun and seasons. People woke with the dawn and worked in their fields, tending crops like maize, sorghum, and groundnuts. This was their sustenance. I saw resilience and a deep connection to the land. The community was everything. People relied on each other. If someone was building a new hut, neighbors would assist. It was a beautiful model of communal living. I watched women prepare food over open fires. The smell of wood smoke mingled with the aroma of cooking. Nshima, a thick porridge made from maize flour, is the staple food. Section 7: Echoes of Laughter, Children of the Zambian Sun. The children of Zambia, oh, their faces, their bright, curious eyes, their infectious laughter. They are the future of this beautiful land, and they captured my heart completely. In every village I visited, they were the first to greet me, sometimes shyly peeking from behind their mother's skirts, other times bold and boisterous, running towards me with shouts of Muzungu, Muzungu, which means white person, but it was said with curiosity, not malice, often followed by a dazzling smile. Their energy was boundless. They played with such freedom, such imagination. I saw children kicking a homemade football, made from plastic bags tied tightly with string. They chased each other in games of tag, their laughter echoing through the village. They made toys from discarded items, wire cars, dolls from cloth scraps. Their creativity was inspiring. They found joy in the simplest things, a reminder that happiness doesn't need expensive gadgets. It needs space to play, friends to share with, and a loving community. I remember one little girl, her name was Thandiwe. She had big, expressive eyes and a smile that could melt glaciers. She followed me everywhere. Section 8. Farewell for now, carrying Zambia within. My time in Zambia felt too short. As all good things often do, leaving was difficult. It felt like saying goodbye to a new friend, a friend who had shown me incredible beauty, both in nature and in the human heart. I carried away more than just souvenirs. I carried away memories, feelings, lessons. The roar of Victoria Falls still echoed in my ears, but it was the quieter sounds that resonated most deeply. The laughter of children, the gentle greetings of villagers, the rhythm of daily life. Zambia changed me, in small, subtle ways. It opened my eyes, it opened my heart, it reminded me of the importance of connection, of community, of finding joy in simplicity. I saw how people with very little, in material terms, could be so rich in spirit, so generous, so welcoming. It was a humbling experience. It made me reflect on my own life, my own priorities, what truly matters. These are the gifts of travel. Not just seeing new places, but seeing the world and oneself in a new light. I promised myself I would return, one day, to feel the mist of Mosi Watunya on my face again, to walk those dusty village paths, to hear the sounds of Zambia once more. Section 9. Join our journey. Keep these stories alive. These stories, these moments are precious. They are glimpses into a world that is full of wonder, full of heart. Sharing them with you feels important. It feels like extending that hand of friendship, that welcome I received in Zambia. I believe that stories connect us. They build bridges. They help us understand each other and ourselves. This journey through Zambia was more than just a trip. It was an exploration of the human spirit, of nature's majesty, of the simple beauty of connection. If these stories have touched you, if they have sparked a curiosity or warmed your heart, then I ask you to consider joining our community. By subscribing, you help us continue to explore, to discover, to share these experiences. You become a part of the journey too. Your support allows us to bring more of the world to you, more stories of hope, of beauty, of connection. It means we can keep searching for those moments that remind us of what truly matters in life. Your presence here is valued. Think of it as becoming a fellow traveler, a companion on this adventure. Each time you read, you are there with us, feeling the mist of the falls, hearing the children's laughter, sitting under that village tree.